what we're going to be talking about with this first year composition is, why am I taking this class? And that's the main thing. Why do I have to take this class? It's a general education requirement. So I have to take it, so I might as well get done with it. I have to graduate. The first year composition at UAA is emphasizing writing as a recursive, frequently collaborative process of inventing, drafting, and revising. So you will speak to one another in different forums in this class, like through discussion board and through voice thread. You'll respond to one another, you'll respond to me, and we'll have conversations. And then from that, you'll develop some writing, as well as developing your own solo on your own writing. Secondly, students take one of 4 courses at the 200 level, which address the writing practices commonly required for different careers, different professional contexts. So you have to check with your major for your specific requirement. So this is the online weekly commitment for a total of 6 hours. Your videos from me will be approximately 8 to 10 minutes. So we're meeting online for a total of 6 hours. The online weekly commitment, the 6 hours, is both your composing, your reading, your writing, and your experience with this course. Should be 6 hours. Sometimes it's going to be more than that. You can talk to me through texts. Short texts are okay, but I don't respond if you don't have your name, class, and a clear question all in that text that you send me. These questions shouldn't be long questions, and they shouldn't be about your grade ever. So those have to be emailed. Tutoring is available online in many places, as well as conversing with me. So here are some resources. There is the UAA Writing Center, and that opens the first day of classes. And there are other lists. There's the SLED online, where you can send your paper and get feedback. So if you utilize these resources, what I would ask of you is that you absolutely only send your paper if you're sending also the instructions that I've given you for your paper. So make sure that you provide everything that that tutor needs to know whether you've met the assignment. Because they can grammarize your paper, but that won't do at all for this class. In fact, grammar will be the least of your problems. So content will be the most of your problems. And then the department homepage is here. So English 111 provides instruction, and this is an obligatory statement, provides instruction in responding to academic and civic writing situations. You'll learn rhetorical knowledge, which we just brushed on, how to write for a purpose and an audience, how to adopt appropriate voice, tone, and level of formality, engage in critical thinking, reading and writing, learn about processes and technology available for producing texts. Writing has changed a lot. Text often includes video and audio. So refine knowledge of academic conventions, including inquiry and research writing, documentation, standard written English, weekly video lectures, delivery method. So you'll get these information from me through this video and other videos to follow. What we want from you is to demonstrate critical thinking and reading skills. What that doesn't include is you criticizing the assignment itself. What I want is to see from you is that you criticize the reading itself in a way that's intellectually responsive. You can talk about how the writers write, talk about the content and what they're writing about, how they've presented it, the words they use. But I want you to respond to text and videos, and not necessarily to I like this or I don't like this. So you're going to have to do a lot of things that you don't like and read a lot of things that you don't enjoy. And that's kind of par for the course to get a college degree. So apply an understanding of the elements of good writing process in various genres, strategies for composing in different rhetorical situations. So you'll be evaluated on your work, and in order to pass this class, you have to have a C or better. So student writing submitted has to demonstrate college level writing, and they're evaluated not only on the thinking, but how well they're written. So you might write the most amazing paper, but it doesn't follow the format, and that's going to be a problem. So I'm really clear with you on what I'm looking for format as well. So this course format is a video lecture based format. So class attendance means checking in online, watching and responding to assignment content, and communicating via email. So resources are posted on the Blackboard shell, and you will access grades, post your work, and other things on Blackboard. I do give you credit periodically, unannounced, for a certain number of times for checking in online and submitting work. So if you just went online, I can actually see that you've been online and when. But if you didn't do anything or submit anything, I'm not going to give you credit for that week. These are excuses that don't work. So I'm just going to go over things that don't work for me. Anything related to not having a computer access or strong sufficient internet current is not an excuse for late work. Unless you're deployed or hospitalized, in which case you'll need to provide some evidence of that. If you go out of town, please plan ahead, get things done ahead of time, give me a very specific time frame for completion, and just be an adult about it. So being able to complete work that requires technology as simple as video and audio, recording yourself, if you can't do that, that won't work for this class. So you're required to have an online presence, and that presence includes your voice and what you look like. Just like when you go into a class, how you present yourself is part of your college experience. So work situations are discussed and dealt with on a case-by-case basis. In any event, you'll be advised to retake the course if you fall below a C. If you're not well and your health is suffering, I encourage you to take the course when you are well enough to complete the work. If you have a learning disability that is documented through disability support services on campus, which I strongly recommend that you do, please provide me with a letter stating as such. The letters that they provide only state what you need from me. I have no idea about the rest of it unless you personally share it with me. So this is completely optional. Portion of our course is open for student registration. So you can go on here and you can register. It would cost you for this and you don't have to do it. It's up to you. It's an excellent resource though for you, for grammar, for writing. It's just a really good resource. It's not required. It's optional. So you can do this, and I will grade you, but it's optional and it's extra credit. You can earn an extra 100 points for doing significant amount of work on this site. Our teaching policies and regulations are not open for negotiation. The syllabus and calendar will be constructed to be complete as possible, not a binding document. Quizzes are expected, announced or not, and communication via phone or email will be responded to within 3 business days, so don't expect an immediate response. Classroom etiquette, all students should be present by posting and responding, and we talked about that. University of Alaska in general has a very specific policy, and what you want to do is be thoughtful in your responses to your peers and to me. University of Alaska admits students of any race, color, sex, disability, religion, age, national, or ethnic origin, does not discriminate on the basis of these, or your status in the military, marital status, pregnancy, parenthood. Any disparaging, critical, or otherwise perceived hurtful or inappropriate remarks will cause serious consequences. And I refer everything to the Dean of Students. We don't manage classrooms in college. You need to just remove yourself if you need to be managed. That's a high school issue. So late work, I mark down 10%. And late work is not accepted in the final 2 weeks of the course. So you have a week for late work, and then those assignments basically disappear. Class attendance and participation are closely linked. Attendance is recorded throughout the term periodically. The expectation is that you must print and save copies of all your work. Print everything. Save everything. I'll email myself papers because then it's in a repository, it's in my email, and I can see it, and I know it's there. The English language. All papers and communication related to this course are written using proper grammar, spelling, and punctuation. Not perfect, but proper. Abbreviations or phrases that are acceptable between friends are not acceptable in this course. For your sake, capitalize the word I. Don't use texting lingo unless it's requested. And that maybe for certain assignments. Avoid contractions like that's, we've, or any others because they just cause errors. IT'(s) equals it is. IT no'(s) is possessive. The glass fell on its side, not the glass fell on it is side. All formal writing assignments, just referring to them as FMAs, must be typed double-spaced with a 12 Times New Roman or similar font and must include a heading which states your name, instructor's name, course number, date, assignment, includes reference pages, cover pages, abstracts. You'll have video tutorials that will help you through these processes. All writing assignments must be submitted to the correct place on Blackboard Online website by the assigned due dates. and writing assignments must be submitted in Word documents or PDFs only. Never email assignments to me, ever. We post them online. Student evaluations, remember to fill that out. Withdrawal process, check with your teacher, check with your department to make sure that you should withdraw. Academic integrity, maintaining high standards of academic integrity is a responsibility of you and everybody who is academically dishonest, buys a paper online, copies and pastes, uses things that aren't theirs, don't give appropriate credit, cheat in some way, share information, get a paper from someone else, submit work from other sources and don't say where it came from, recycled, use a paper for another class and then you use it in this class. All of these things will be referred to the Dean of Students. Saying use sources that you didn't use is also plagiarism. So recycling is not always good. Students' participation in class etiquette. So let's say your posts on Blackboard are rude to other students or your instructor. That'll affect your grade. I've listed all of your work hacker exercises, and this is extra credit. You can do 4 exercises. You'll need to get a passing grade of an A or B on those exercises on that website, and then you'll need to share with me what you did. And I will post the exercises that I will give extra credit for, so they're not just whatever you choose. You'll get more specific information on all of these as we go, but there won't be any assignments that are not here. So I want you to read over this assignment really carefully. Remember that this video that we're watching right now does have a component where you will be quizzed. On the final page of your syllabus, you will find these comments. Maybe kind of small, but they're here and I'm going to go through them with you. You cannot wait for inspiration. You have to go after it with a club. I only write when I'm inspired, and I make sure I'm inspired every morning at 9 a.m. I can fix a bad page, but I can't fix a blank page. And I like that one the best, probably. I can fix a bad page, but I can't fix a blank page. So your assignment instructions will be here. Your assignments will appear here. And then the due dates will be in the assignment headline. And where do I post it? Right here. So this is how many points are possible. This is the assignment again for you. And this is where you post. Remember that you're expected to post in a Word document or a PDF for all assignments. You're going to attach documents. You're going to browse your computer for the paper and then you're going to attach it. So let's say I'm going to attach, they say, I say. And then I want to make sure I scroll down and hit submit. If I don't hit submit and I save a draft, your instructor will never see that paper. I can't see it. But unless you submit it at some point, I'll never see it. You can add comments and I will see the comments, but don't copy and paste your whole paper here. Sometimes I will request you to post your papers on discussion board, but we'll go over that at a later date. So remember to go to the UAA bookstore. The only assignment due now and due on the 29th is the one here. But if you haven't done the graph reading, please don't start the assignment and just base it on what you see in the question. Because what's going to happen is you're going to end up with a product that shows that you didn't do the reading, and I'm not going to give you the point. And the link to the reading is here. Just make sure you click open it in a new window and you'll get to it. I look forward to a great class.